The roar of a packed stadium can turn into uneasy silence in a matter of seconds. One moment, a team looks unstoppable, their confidence surging with every snap. The next, that same team is left scrambling, searching for answers as the foundation of their offense begins to tremble. For the Philadelphia Eagles, that silence came early on Sunday, and it carried with it a wave of anxiety that still lingers. Drop your opinion in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and hit the like button to help us keep growing. The storyline that hung over Philadelphia heading into Week 3 was the infamous Tush push, a play that has dominated conversations and sparked controversy league-wide. But as the Eagles faced off against the Los Angeles Rams, that debate suddenly became secondary. All eyes shifted to right tackle Lane Johnson, a cornerstone of the franchise, who left the field with a neck injury in the opening quarter. Johnson's absence came immediately after a tush-push touchdown, a sequence almost symbolic of how quickly momentum can shift in football. One of the NFL's most dependable and decorated linemen, Johnson was seen entering the medical tent, sparking immediate concern. NFL Network's Mike Garafolo described the scene, noting how Johnson's extended stay in the tent was unusual. Usually by now it's back to the bench or to the locker room. We'll see which it is when he eventually gets out. Johnson did emerge eventually, taking a seat on the bench with teammates, but he never returned to the action. This was not just another substitution. Johnson has long been considered the anchor of Philadelphia's offensive line, a player whose dominance at right tackle has defined the Eagles' identity for over a decade. A four-time Pro Bowler and a Super Bowl champion, his presence is not only about protecting Jalen Hurts, but also about setting the tone for the entire offense. Losing him, even for part of a game, exposes the line's depth and forces reshuffling that rarely goes smoothly. With Matt Pryor stepping in, the offense noticeably lost some of its edge. The timing of Johnson's injury only adds to the weight of the situation. The tush push, already under scrutiny after borderline false starts against the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 2, is a play that relies heavily on the strength and synchronization of the offensive line. Without Johnson's leadership and technique, the play loses much of its effectiveness. For a team that has embraced the push as part of its identity, the absence of their best lineman turns the strength into a question mark. Players and coaches were cautious in their responses, but the unease was palpable. "Lane is such a critical part of what we do," one teammate said after the game. "You can't just replace a guy like that. We're all hoping it's nothing serious." Even Nick Sirianni's sideline demeanor reflected the weight of the moment, as he watched his offense adjust without the man who often sets the tone in the trenches. The ripple effects are significant. If Johnson is forced to miss time, it not only weakens Philadelphia's pass protection, but also compromises their run-blocking schemes, where his athleticism and strength are unmatched. For Jalen Hurts, it means more pressure in the pocket and fewer clean lanes for designed runs. For the rest of the line, it means adjusting to a new dynamic, one that simply doesn't carry the same confidence. And for fans, it stirs memories of previous years when Johnson's absences coincided with noticeable dips in offensive efficiency. Looking ahead, the Eagles' season could hinge on Johnson's recovery timeline. If it's a short-term setback, Philadelphia may weather the storm with adjustments. But if the injury lingers, the offense could be forced to rethink its approach entirely. The tush-push conversation may fade into the background, overshadowed by the more pressing concern. Can the Eagles function at their best without the man many consider the glue of their offense? Now the question turns to you, Eagles fans. How big of a blow is Lane Johnson's injury to Philadelphia's season? Can the offensive line hold strong without its leader, or will the cracks begin to show in the weeks ahead? Let us know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more NFL updates.